Hi, my name is Shreya and I'm a UX designer. Today I'm going to introduce you to a new product I'm working on called Wordsy. Wordsy is a mobile application which helps its users learn a new language and improve their vocabulary. It uses various methods of learning like interactive multiple choice questions, flashcards, listening, and speaking exercises. Since today's world is digitally social, community features are built into the app to connect with friends and users learning the same language. Wordsy applies user progress and challenging friends in vocabulary games as a medium of gamification. This creates a source of continued motivation for the user to keep learning. I started the product design with interviews of prospective users of the app from different backgrounds. My interviews were managers, engineers, students, as well as artists. After gathering information from them, I focused on a single user persona. Meet Shruti. Shruti works as a project manager in a private equity firm. Her work life is busy, challenging, and full of deadlines. She uses tea breaks as a small booster, keeps away from gadgets, and interacts with colleagues. Whatever energy she loses at work, she regains through lazy off days, staying in bed, reading books, writing, and playing with her dogs. She loves challenging herself and her friends in a physical as well as intellectual games. She easily gets frustrated with complicated technology and only uses the most efficient way of achieving something. Communication and vocabulary are an important part of her life since it helps her be a better manager, also gives freedom in writing better stories and blogs. She wants a tool which is simple and easy to understand and does not take much of her time. She also wants to be social while learning. After doing competitive analysis of currently available apps, I identified the main problems users face. Most of the existing apps provide superficial learning and are made without much research. Vocabulary learning in itself is a repetitive and boring without any digital help. It requires strong discipline in the long run, especially after the beginner stage. Speaking and pronunciation are not given much importance in learning. I came with the main areas I need to focus on to build a solution. Learning should be easy and flexible. Users should be able to learn anytime without much hassle. Gamification has been a proven tool to keep engagement and motivation, so I will need to utilize it in a learning progress. The easiest and the non intrusive way to remember any subject matter is spaced repetition. The app should also try to identify weak areas of the users and enforce more repetition on them. As the user grows beyond a beginner's level, community becomes important in engagement and as a tool of self improvement. After the research, I got down to prototyping. For prototyping, I chose two of the most defining features of Wordsy: taking a lesson and setting up reminders. Going through multiple iteration, this is what I finally came up with. I created hand-drawn mockups and tied them together in InVision app. This is the user onboarding flow, displaying what a new user should expect from the app. Wordsy also includes an option to try a lesson before continuing. User sign up and login screens provide multiple social sign up methods. There are mockups for taking a lesson and learning vocabulary on Wordsy. And these are mockups for user profile, setting, and reminder setup. I was eager to test the prototype with users as soon as I created the mockups. I set up usability testing with 3 users from different backgrounds. I gave them 4 scenarios to test 4 different features flow of my app, wrote the observations of how they performed through app, and also asked for their review of the experience. I received a lot of good feedback from the testing and I ranked the points made using Jacob Nielsen scale. After that, I did some more research of how I can resolve the issues and implemented the changes in this revised prototype. Changes made in the question page, adding a pause button to save the learning session and showing a countdown for the lesson. Adding an option for users who want to skip the onboarding and directly start using the app. I changed the icons on home screens which were familiar to the users. I added daily goal progress on home screen. Made sign up experience smoother to the users. I also added screen to give feedback to the answers provided by users. Being my first product design project, this was a huge learning experience for me and gave a deep insight of what users want from a mobile app. One of the things that I made spot on was the onboarding experience. All the users like the fact that they can try the app before signing up. In this world of reduced privacy, this is of utmost importance. I found that users need quick feedback to the answers of attempted questions. They do not want to wait till the end of the lesson for this. Users also need to know their progress in the lesson, how many questions they have attempted, and how many are left in the lesson. Iconography is very important in an app. Using the icons which the users are already familiar with and see in other applications is the best for not making the users confused in a flow. Thank you.